unfortunately, this is for bogey. You were right earlier when you said that 7 at the 8 ball just undid you.
It's so difficult for these players to actually not take shots on. After the first one, the second shot, then he had to go at the third, and in the end that was the one that did it. It all caused by the second. That should be okay. Quite near to the first cup.
We're going to have to play another left or righter to get it at the flag. Cameron Smith. Better swing there than he had at 17. Well done.
Got some distance there too. He's up there alongside the bunkers. Not much sun left. Sundown is in about 25 minutes time. 150 miles to the east of Atlanta. That's where you find the Bushfield Airport. Just a few moments away from the Augusta city centre. Well, there's M, 12 under par, and we can hear from him through the interpreter. They've joined Cabo.
Sanjay, this is your first appearance in the Masters. What is it about your game that suits Augusta National?
What the hell are you doing? What's your problem?
What?
What's your problem?
I can't hear.
You can't grab hold of stuff
I've been able to
either.
maintain my tee to green percentage pretty well, I've been driving well, hitting the
You
irons
listen to
well.
Christmas
If I can continue to
songs?
putt well,
No.
I think I'll be having a good
No,
finish tomorrow.
actually.
How aware are you of the history that's on the line? Not only your first major championship, you would become the first Korean player to win the Masters, you'd also beat Sebi as the youngest international player to win here.
역사적으로 이제 세비보다 좋은 선수로 보고 하게 되면 한국 선수로 최초로 우승하게 될 건데 그거에 대해서 얼마나 알고 있어요? 알고 있는데 동함이가 선의는 그 생각 안 하고 그래도 내일도 위험한 부분도 있고 하니까 또 안 좋아하죠. Certainly I'm aware of those stats, but it's nice to kind of stay composed and play like how I've played the last 3 days and want to finish strong tomorrow.
Keep up the good work.
Why do you want to call me when you're happy?
Interpreter there was Danny Yates. I remember that day. Yes, we look at the dreamy sunset, and hopefully that sun will rise with a clear day for the final 18. The job for the rest of the pitch.
Hello.
No!
Why do you only ever throw me when you're high? Oh!
Ooh.
You're like, what is that noise? Yeah, it's sunny in the morning, and I'm trying to change your mind. Promise God to my message. Why do you want to call me? What whole songs do he listens to?
Good ball.
Can I have this line?
Don't waste it.
Ah.
Don't waste it. What are you looking for?
Got any sugar?
No. I don't know.
Even though somebody new.
Answer now, up the hill. Ooh, no. That's a lot of work left. Boy, these guys are making a mess of the 18th hole. I think you actually played the Sunshine Tour down there. Didn't you get a win down there once?
Close by. I actually wasn't allowed to play in South Africa because of the dark days they had down there at that time, which was changed by Gary Player, Nelson Mandela, and of course was a huge part of that. And if you played in other parts of Africa, you weren't allowed to play in South Africa. So what success I had was in places like Nigeria and Zambia. Oh, it's a great continent. There's so many wonderful countries down there. Thankfully, that's all in the past. And much better days we have right now and into the future as well.
One can only hope, that's for sure. All right, JT, it hasn't been your day. Let's see if something can happen good for you here, pal. Well, we've all had them. Some days you're the windshield, some days you're the bug.
I think this is where some of the players struggle. You can imagine the atmosphere in a normal Masters, 15, 20 deep around that 18th green, that noise and the atmosphere feels the adrenaline in these players. I felt today was a little bit flat. It's the first time I've seen that since we've been covering tournaments without fans, and hopefully that will be a thing of the past fairly soon as well.
I hope you're right, but this great tournament, especially with the patrons, you know, they get, I don't know, 30, 40,000 of them out there. They're all such golf knowledgeable people, and they get into it. And it has been eerily quiet.
Right edge for Answer. Holds his nerve, keeps his concentration, and that's a big 12 under par. You've got Johnson up there at 16, equaling the 54-hole record of Jordan Spieth, 65, 70, 65. Abraham Answer, 3 rounds in the 60s, so he's got a chance to set a record and complete some history at Augusta National. If he can have a round in the 60s and win, he'll be the first person to have achieved that. So the last rights coming up, round 3. Fifth firm straight, this one. And that's exactly where he does. Good work from Smith. He had to scramble there at the end over 16 and 17. He did that extremely well. And also another player with 3 rounds in the 60s, like Answer, who had a chance to rewrite the history books on Sunday. If you were at the Masters, Butch, and you were coaching Dustin Johnson, as you've done for so long, what would your words be to him tonight?
Well, I think you just have to go get some rest. You have to realize what you've done. You've played as well as you can play. You just got to go do it again tomorrow. But you can't take anything for granted. There's a lot of history around this place, especially of guys having big leads and not being able to hold it. So I think DJ has a demeanor that I think is going to work well for him. He's learned from the stuff in the past. We watch Thomas clean up. You referenced 2010 at Pebble Beach when he had the lead, 3-shot lead as a matter of fact, and got rid of it all on the second hole.
I think many thought Greg Norman would have gone ahead and won this as well, but Nick Faldo stepped in. Well, it's been a strange afternoon in many ways. At the end of 54 is Johnson by 4.
What a marvellous day. Some brilliant performances, the best in the course from that man, the world number 1, Dustin Johnson. Well, for viewers joining us on Main Event, you can stay with all the Masters reaction on on Sky Sports Masters Channel.
Sky Sports main event. Feel it all.
And yes, he's eyeing up the shot as his caddy hands him a sandwich.
Ah, fuck's sake.
Oh, no, wait.
One of them.
Sandwich. No.
Very
Vitality
nice
Invest sponsors golf on Sky
Beautiful
Sports.
shot.
Every morning at 4:30, you hear the cook. On the floor, it's hard times in the middle, my love. Hard times in the middle. Every morning at 4:30.
These are scrambled eggs, serving done, shop, run, in the door, eggs times 4, quick mix, wonder fix, too easy, so cheesy, all sharing, kids raring, play date, count.
Pete the other day when we were working with these animals. How much fun do you have out of this? Not do you have fun, how much fun? They said to me, this is oxygen. What we're doing here, this is oxygen to him. The passion of working with these. Who said that? Pete Warren, yeah. Paul said you've got a passion for the animals. Passion? Yeah, okay. A feeling for the animals. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Yeah. I never know life without now, right?
After all my time in South Africa, the urge to trophy hunt still seems strange, but it has paradoxically allowed exotic species to flourish. By killing them, hunters have also kept them alive. As for me, I'll eat the meat, but I won't kill the animal.
Fuck's sake.
Peru. Next, as he returns to Los Angeles for a bit of a reunion in Twilight of the Porn Stars.
The show you know and love is back. Yay! But this time we're down south.
Good morning, Oxford.
Meet a whole new crew.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Hello.
Follow the heart-pumping action and heartwarming moments.
The spike's going to fly between us. Oh, yeah. Stop flirting. I apologise for saying that. It's all right.
New teams, new challenges.
Big deep breaths, mate.
The same extraordinary life-saving work.
They're the most rewarding jobs we can do.
Inside the Ambulance Coast and Country. Starts Monday the 23rd of November. New and exclusive to W.
Louis Theroux returns to Los Angeles to visit a group of male porn actors whom he first interviewed in 1997 in Twilight of the Porn Stars. Please note, this contains scenes of a sexual nature.
I'll check it out if you want.
1997, they made a documentary about the world of male porn performance in Los Angeles.
I never charge you anything.
I look at toys and I don't automatically think, there's a porno performer.
You don't know.
how difficult and stressful it can be having sex on camera for a living. Action.
It seems like the easiest job in the world, really, let's face it.
It's not. Many men have tried and very few have made it. Action.
15 years on, I heard about big changes in the industry. The one was struggling, under threat from piracy on the internet. My journey was starting in the San Fernando Valley, America's capital of porn. Faced with competition from free YouTube-style porn sites, studios have responded by making films with higher production values for the couples market. I've been invited to the latest shoot by Wicked Pictures. The male lead was the rising star, Xander Corvus. How are we doing? Nice to meet you. I'm Louis. Xander. You're a performer in the business. You've been doing this. How long have you been doing this?
About a little over a year now.
So you will be having sex with someone this afternoon on camera?
I will, I feel like you're an asshole. Alexa?
Have you seen her yet?
No.
Have you ever done a scene with her before?
No.
Is it important that you find her attractive?
It just seems to be girls that I'm particularly attracted to, you know, but, you know, I can get it up anyway. I mean, I'm 23, just turned 23, so it's usually not a problem, and if it is, then it's like, okay, Cialis, cool, we're good, you know.
Cialis?
Bonneville.
It's like Viagra?
Yeah. You get it at any doctor, but we go to, like, the porn doctor, basically.
So what is this called, this movie?
I don't know. I forget. We have the white virginous kind of look here.
The film's director, Brad Armstrong, was also an occasional performer. So Brad, have you worked with Alexa before?
I have indeed. And
Yeah.
let me just say that Alexa is a lot of fun.
I mean, you've directed her, but did you mean that you've also performed with Alexa?
We made the sweet love a number of times.
Yeah.
Stop! 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 Let people in each other's eyes without touching.
Is this set in a certain period of history, Fred?
It's not so much a specific period, but it's period-esque. You know how in the romance novel there's always that guy with the open pirate-esque shirt and the girl in her little kind of Spanish.
Just sort of in romance land.
Romance land.
Do you recommend it as a lifestyle? Because it's a very particular kind of a business to be in, isn't it?
It depends on the person. If you're straight or business-minded, like Nicole's going through for her bachelor's right now.
Who's Nicole?
Sorry. What's the chick over there? What's the girl's name? Alexa, sorry.
That's a huge drive.
Alexa Nicole. Exactly. So, you very much get a wide variety.
Sex with her a couple of times.
I have.
And you didn't remember her
No, I
name?
just blanked.
How are you doing, Brad?
So far, so good?
Are you okay? What are you doing? They're just moving. What's wrong with it? It's Willie out.
Yeah.
It's like that, Mike. Look at that.
Some people are a little more flamboyant with their penis out. No, less porno. Yes, yes, yes. True. Got it. I got it.
How did that go? Do you feel closer now that you just had sex?
It was a pretty romantic scene.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna want to get married, but it definitely like opens a lot of doors to the person that we were more comfortable around.
Yeah.
There's something quite touching about seeing you there like that. How your legs are kind of crossed over like that. It's almost like you have just had a romantic moment.
Yeah.
Good. Do you have a boyfriend, Alexa?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Who you live with?
Yes.
Kids?
No.
Would you like to have kids one day?
Definitely.
Yeah. You're not worried about your kids seeing one of your scenes?
Not at all. And if they were to, I think
That's in the garden
perfectly
spot.
natural, so I don't think it.
Fuck off.
Can I have this? Drink.
Yep.